The Cunning Wolf and the 7 Playful Goats. Once upon a time, in a small, cozy house nestled at the edge of a forest, lived a kind mother goat and her 7 little goats. They were always laughing, running around and full of energy, and they adored their mother more than anything. One sunny morning, the mother goat said, "I must go into the forest to gather some fresh food for us. But before I go, listen closely, my little ones." The goats gathered around eagerly, curious to hear what she had to say. "I must warn you," continued the mother. "Do not open the door for anyone unless it's me. There is a sly wolf nearby, and he might try to trick you. I'll knock 3 times and sing this special song when I return. Little goats, open the door. It's your mother with food galore." The mother then added, "You'll know it's me because I have a gentle voice and soft white feet. The wolf, however, has a rough voice and dark black feet. So, remember, listen for the song, and check the feet carefully." The little goats nodded, promising to be cautious. Unbeknownst to them, the wicked wolf had been hiding nearby, listening to every word. "Oh, now I know exactly how to trick them," the wolf thought to himself, rubbing his paws together. He waited until the mother goat was far into the forest, then crept up to the cottage. The wolf knocked 3 times on the door, trying his best to mimic the mother's song, but his voice was rough and gruff. Little goats, open the door. It's your mother with food galore." The little goats heard the harsh voice and immediately knew it wasn't their mother. "That doesn't sound like Mama at all," they said. "She has a sweet voice, not a rough one. Go away, wolf." Frustrated, the wolf slunk away. He thought for a moment, then remembered something he could try. He found a tree dripping with honey, and he eagerly dipped his tongue into the sweet treat. "Ah, this should make my voice sweeter," he thought, his eyes gleaming. The wolf returned to the house and knocked again, this time with a slightly gentler tone. Little goats, open the door. It's your mother with food galore." The little goats listened intently. The voice was softer now, but they remained cautious. It sounds sweeter this time, but let's check the feet," one goat said. The goats peered under the door and saw the wolf's black feet. "Those are not Mama's feet. Mama's feet are white, not black. You're the wolf," they shouted. The wolf growled angrily and stomped off, plotting his next move. He needed to make his feet look like the mother goats. He quickly ran to a nearby village and snuck into a store. There, he found a bag of flour and dipped his feet into it until they were completely white. "Now, I'm ready to trick them," he thought. The wolf, feeling confident that he had fooled the little goats, returned to the cottage once again. He knocked 3 times and sang in his sweetest voice, little goats, open the door. It's your mother, and I have food for you." The goats, hearing the gentle tone, were convinced it was their mother. They peered under the door and saw the white feet they had been told to look for. "It's Mama!" they exclaimed. "Her voice is sweet, and her feet are white." But the smallest and smartest of the little goats wasn't so sure. "Wait," she said. "Mama can't be back so soon. Something's not right." However, the others were too hungry to think it through. "We're starving. Let's open the door," they argued. Despite the warning from the clever little goat, the others eagerly opened the door. To their shock and horror, it was the big bad wolf. The goats screamed in fear and scattered in all directions to hide. The first goat dashed under the table. The second goat ran into the bed. The third goat scrambled up the chimney. The fourth goat ran to the kitchen, while the fifth goat hid in the closet. The sixth goat slipped behind the curtains, but the clever little goat wasn't frightened. She found the perfect hiding spot in the clock tower. The wolf, furious that he had been tricked, chased after the 6 little goats, stuffing them one by one into his big backpack. "Now I've got all of you," he laughed wickedly. Feeling satisfied, the wolf began his journey toward the jungle. But after a while, the weight of the backpack grew too much for him. "This is too heavy," he groaned. "I need a break." The wolf lay down under a tree, placing the heavy backpack beside him, and soon fell fast asleep. Not long after, Mother Goat returned home and was horrified to see the door wide open. "Where are my little ones?" she cried, searching the house but finding it empty. Then, from inside the closet, she heard a small voice. "We're here, Mama. We're trapped in the wolf's backpack." Determined to rescue her children, Mother Goat grabbed a pair of scissors, a needle, and some thread. With the clever little goat by her side, they set off toward the jungle to find the big bad wolf. When they reached the jungle, they saw the wolf lying under the tree, snoring loudly. Quietly, Mother Goat used the scissors to cut open the backpack. One by one, the 6 little goats jumped out, safe and sound. "You're all safe now," Mother Goat said, hugging her children. "Now, I need each of you to grab a heavy stone and place it in the wolf's backpack while he's still asleep." The little goats worked together, filling the bag with rocks and stones, making it even heavier than before. Once the backpack was packed tight, Mother Goat sewed it back up, just as it had been. The goats quickly hid behind a nearby tree to watch the next part of their plan unfold. Soon, the wolf woke up with a big yawn. He groaned, feeling the weight of the backpack. "Why is this bag so heavy?" he muttered. Those little goats must have gotten fatter. Thirsty from carrying such a heavy load, he decided to go to the river to drink. But as the wolf bent over to take a sip, the weight of the stones caused him to lose his balance. With a loud splash, he fell into the river, struggling to stay afloat. "Help! I'm drowning!" he screamed, but no one came to his aid. The river carried him swiftly away, over the rocks and through the current, until he was lost in the crocodile river, never to be seen again. Mother Goat and her little goats watched from the shore, cheering with joy. "Hooray! The wolf is gone forever!" they shouted. From that day forward, the 7 goats lived peacefully in their cozy cottage, always remembering the lesson they had learned. Listen to your parents, and working together can help you stay safe from even the most dangerous foes.